Do you think the reason 21 Savage is on this album is because in the terms of agreements for this contract for doing this album, he let Drake use his flow?
Wow, eh? That's who you're coming on the gate, eh? Coming on the gate, eh?
No, I'm kidding. Look, I listen. This was exactly what I needed. It has that winter flow to it. I'm
Mm-hmm.
excited to like cozy up next to a fireplace and listen to it type music, but it also has like the
Bring out the Beretta. Like, I'm gonna.
no, but like it also has that like that I don't know. Yo, you know what's wild? Another thing about this album, just that I'm kind of listen, ladies and gentlemen, it is 1:30 in the morning. All right,
Mm-hmm.
we're doing a hot out the press instant reaction to this Drake and 21 Savage album. But for me, the thing that pops out the most from this album is the production. Just
Yeah.
phenomenal. The beat switches are insane. The
Mm-hmm.
samples that they used were crazy. I wonder how much he paid for that Daft Punk sample. I just don't
Oh
know how.
man,
Man, that must have been expensive as hell to do. But
for
I
sure.
man, 40 did wonders on this album. Wonders. Just impeccable.
Impeccable. Impeccable.
I know
It
Metro
was a
Metro
good
worked too.
body.
Metro too. I don't want to like Metro did a lot of
Yeah,
work on
yeah,
this too.
yeah.
So
Metro did a lot of work as well too. Of course, like if you have 21 Savage, you got to get
yeah.
some sort of Metro link up,
Metro.
especially album like this. But off the first listen, I liked it, man. I definitely enjoyed it. The You guys may hate me the first 4 or 5 tracks. I was a little worried. I was a little worried. I'm like, yo,
Really?
this
I'm the
album
opposite.
ain't it.
So for me the first 6 tracks slap. The first 6 tracks are like, you know, yeah, they're
Mm-hmm.
impeccable, untouchable. Home runs for all 6 tracks for the first
Okay.
6. And
Well, you
then it
like Young Nutty on the intro?
yeah, I
Is it a
thought that was
little?
kind of cool. Um what's it called? Did you hear the Meg bar?
Yeah, man. Honestly, like, dude,
So I feel
it's
like there's
going
some
crazy.
yeah, I feel like there's some confusion because some people, at least from what I'm reading on Twitter, some people are saying that it was him saying he's with Meg, like he's on Team Meg, but then some people saying he's taking shots at Meg.
He's definitely not on Team Meg. Pardon my French, but he said this bitch lie about getting shot, but she's still a stallion. You can't say the girl's that, and then people be like, "Yo, he's Team Meg," and then after calling the B word, saying that she's lying. Like, come on, he can't be Team Meg with saying that. He's being nice at the end by saying, "But she's still a stallion." But the first line, that bitch lied. Like, come on. If someone said
So
that to my face, you ain't on my team.
she tweeted about the bar.
Yeah,
She said, "Stop using my shooting for clout, bitch. Still, since when the fuck is it cool to joke about women getting shot? You guys are special. Ready to boycott bout shoes and clothes, but dogpile on a black woman when she say one of y'all homeboys abused her. And when the motherfucking facts come out, remember any of y'all hoe ass favorite rappers that stood behind that shot a female. People attack me, y'all go up for it. I defend myself, now I'm doing too much. Every time it never ends, and this did not happen until I came out and said I got shot. Y'all don't fuck with me? Okay, cool. Fuck it. Bye."
fair enough, man. But to say he's like cloud chasing, she literally went on the Summer Jam stage doing a whole Lil Kim song, sounding like her talking about the incident. So saying like people can't really speak about it and have their own perspective on it is a little bit like, really? Like you made a whole song about it, you made cloud off of it, you made money off of it. I'm so tired of talking about the situation. It's been almost as long as our whole podcast history. We've been talking about this for over 2 years plus now. So it's just on and on, man. But hey, if that's how the boy feels, man, that's how the boy feels. Like I don't know what else to say.
What's your favorite song on the album so far?
Favorite song on the album is probably Circle Loco, man. Like we said, that Daft
Are you
Punk
serious?
sample.
I
Dude,
can't
I like
I
that
can't do
song.
it. I can't do it. It just I understand why there's appeal to it, and
Mhm.
I'm being a hypocrite right now because I like that other song that they sampled. What's it called? Man, you know what I'm talking about. The one he just dropped recently.
Oh, Stand Alive?
Yes. Ha ha ha. Yes, stand up. Yeah, yeah. See, I like that song. I do like that song. I'm
Me
just
too,
not a big
man.
fan of Circo Loco. It's kind of in the
Okay.
same vein, you know? It just sounds like I'm waiting for DJ Khaled to say another one, you
Another
know?
one. Yeah.
I like More M's a lot. That was a really really dope track.
Hmm.
Um I really fuck with Middle of the Ocean. I thought that was dope. Privileged Rappers was dope. Spin About You was dope. Hours in
Hmm.
Silence was also pretty cool. Major Distribution was
Ah,
fire. Yeah. Um
it sounds like you're liking a lot of the middle to the second half of the album from
No,
what I
no.
from the song.
I like. Look, honestly, for all first six tracks are fire. They all slap. I'm gonna be
Okay.
honest. I'm gonna be honest. Drake
Don't say it.
Drake did it right, man. He's
Okay.
no. I'm just saying. Like, look. I would argue, in my opinion, that the last couple of Drake albums haven't been the greatest. The techno album, it really is like a polarizing topic, so I'm not really even going to talk about that because it's either you like the type of music he made or you don't like the type of music he made. I personally like that album, but in terms of his other albums like CLB, Scorpion, you know,
Hmm.
it hasn't been top tier material. All right.
Okay.
I think him and 21 have outdone both those albums.
Really? Okay.
CLB and
Yeah.
Scorpion.
Oh, for sure. I'd say CLB for sure. Scorpion is like, I don't know. I can argue about Scorpion all day. I love it. Maybe because it's a double disc and
It
I
was a
like
lot
the
of
album
music.
so much.
Hmm.
There was a lot of good music. The highs were the highs, the lows were the lows.
Yeah.
But speaking of this album, man, I did enjoy Hours in Silence as well too. Spin About You, especially that second half when 21 was getting into more of his vocal bag.
Yeah.
I was waiting to have a track where it was like I forgot what album it was, but 21 had the song Ball Without You. I was waiting for that moment on this album. In the second half, I really got that where he's just like singing, doing some of like that lyrics, talking about females in a certain way, and like talking about his relationship, obviously. That's what I
Yeah.
was kind of waiting for. And this album delivered, man. That
I thought
Millions track with Travis Scott as well too. Come on, man.
no, I'm not going to lie to you. I hate that song. I thought
Oh
that's
gosh.
I
Oh wow.
thought that song was awful. I thought that was probably one of the low points of the album. I would also say the same thing about where is it? Broke Boys. Yeah, it's right beside it. Pussy and Millions
Yeah.
and Broke Boys did not slap for me, to be honest with you. I could go without Travis Scott and Drake for a very long time together doing features. You know what I mean? I
Really,
just
eh? It
yeah.
ain't hitting for you?
And the chorus wasn't it, man. That wasn't
Okay.
I just
That's
I don't
fair.
know. I needed better from those three heavy hitters. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like
Um
an instant classic you're looking for.
yeah. But my favorite so far, at least like the one that caught me like right when I started listening to it, Major Distribution, Middle
Mm.
of the Ocean. Those were the two that
Bad
like
Bunny numbers.
yeah.
Bad Bunny numbers on major distribution.
500
Okay.
mil. 500
Mm-hmm.
mil.
Just for Aubrey.
Yeah.
Just for Aubrey. He obviously is not going to hit Bad Bunny numbers or even Taylor Swift numbers with this project, but he's still about his business. And overall, I give this album like a really, really good replay value. Like off the first listen, it was good. I really enjoyed the second half. And the shots he was taking, he wasn't scared to take shots back, man. Or not even shots back, but like just shots in general. Licking with the ops, bitch. I did that for Jay Prince. Listen, man, it's troubled territories for Jay Prince right now, man, and Jay Prince Jr. Ain't no mafia ties. RP to take off, whatever would happen. Them being out in Houston, that being Jay Prince's territory, all of that, his son actually being there. I don't think it's a good time right now to really have that bar, but he was not scared at all to like literally say this is what he did it for, linking up with Kanye. So I get it. After all the praise Kanye gave him, he turns around and says, like, fuck that. I got stripes still fuck Adidas. Like all
Yeah.
these type of shots he's really taking. He's setting the tone, man. And Drake always does well when it comes to artists where he can kind of like go on their wavelength with, like, talk about certain topics and like really get to his bars and his rapping. Kind of like what Future allowed him to do on What a Time to Be Alive. Just kind of get to that
Mhm.
whole like slime feeling, that like grunged out bass, all that type of vibrato. So he did the same thing with 21 Savage. Overall, very, very good project, man. I was not disappointed at all. Not at all.
Yeah. I mean, no, I wasn't disappointed with the album at all either. I think this was exactly what I needed from both of these artists. Cause look, like we've heard Drake and 21 songs before.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I'll go on record and say I think, after Drake and Ross, which is probably Drake's best collaborator, I'd say Drake and 21. Well, outside of 40, obviously. But like
Yeah, of course.
I'd say Drake and 21 artist wise is the second best collab for Drizzy. Like they fit so well together.
Mm-hmm.
And the pocket they were both in on this album was just perfect. Like I needed 15 versions of Jimmy Cooks and what's that other one off CLB? Oh man,
I'm
knife
blanking
knife
now.
talk, knife talk, right?
Knife
Knife
Talk,
talk.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Yeah. So like I needed 20 different versions of that and we got 16 of them. I thought they both experimented on the album. Like
Mm-hmm.
21 Savage, that's probably the most, especially towards the tail end, that's the most interpersonal 21 Savage I've heard of.
Yeah.
3 a.m. on Greenwood, that was really, I was like, whoa, that's crazy.
I was disappointed on 3M on Greenwood because I was expecting it to be like another Drake time zone song when I heard the track list. I'm like, yes, we're going off for Drake for 195,000 bars. He's gonna put us in another time zone, another city, another specific area, and just rap, rap, rap. But 21 still did his thing, man. I don't think anyone cared someone specifically on this album. They both did the fusion dance perfectly together, man. So good, good project. What would you give it though? What would you rate it?
Man, you know me, man. I can't really rate it like that until I listen to it in the car. I need
In
to
the
listen
hoop
to it in the
team.
car. In the hoopty, man. I need it. I need to be able to listen to it in the car before I can do anything. But
Mm,
um off rip, I probably give it a 7.5.
okay,
Yeah.
that's fair.
I think that's a good thing for Drake. Like realistically, off the first listen we had of Honestly Nevermind, I think me and you rated that very, very low. And
Yeah.
it grew on me. It grew on me because I remember, we talked about it a lot. But like
Mm,
a month later, I was like, oh, some of these tracks actually slap. Um, but
yeah.
yeah, I
You
think
go to a different country, live with the album.
yeah, CLB
Have the
CLB also I think we ranked pretty low when we first did it. So
mm,
this is the best it's been for Drake for both of us for a while, I think. But yeah,
for sure, man. I'm gonna go ahead and give it a 7.8, man, with lots of room for improvement. I think after I listen to the 16 track album over and over again, it's gonna continue to get better and better with me, like fine wine, man. Very good verses. The beat switch up, perfect. I'm glad they took some time off to make sure 40 was in tip top health to
yeah,
actually sit behind the boards and get everything mixed and mastered properly, especially with 21's like singing vocals. And they did it. They did it
yeah.
right, man. Question for
No,
you though:
answer
What
for
was
you,
with
man.
Drake posting all the hentai stuff on his story, man? Like, you see all that?
I saw a clip of that. Yeah, I saw a little screenshot. Honestly, I don't know, man. I thought he got hacked because he was wilding. He was wilding.
Bro, it
Maybe
was
maybe
wild.
he
I was in a
like
public place too. I'm like, geez, what's going on?
Yo, you ever asked man, like I could not I remember when I was Freddie Gibbs used to have these funny IG stories. I don't know if he still
Oh
has them to be
yes,
honest
yeah,
with you.
yeah, yeah. Those are
But
funny.
like
Yeah.
but like yo, you can't watch that shit in public, dog. Like you can't watch
Nah,
that.
bro.
It's just
You're gonna get
insane.
canceled, or people are gonna look at you a certain way. Like, what? It's like,
It's
nah, bro.
insane.
I'm just looking at Freddie's story, man.
No,
But
cause
yeah,
cause people
man.
would be like you're watching some insane things, but it's just he posts the most wild things you could even imagine. But
Even
yeah.
imagine, man. It's
Yep.
crazy.
I look.
It's crazy.
I agree with you on the room for improvement thing. By the way, I do think
No pun
this album.
intended.
Yeah. I do think this album does have a lot of that. Like, it could get better just off listen. The production sounds clean, and that's kind of what makes me hopeful for listening to it in the car. You know.
Yeah, no, I get that, man, and I can't wait to actually hit like listen to this like an actual car eventually soon, and actually just like on the road and like doing some activities to it and seeing what the vibe actually is. But our first listen, definitely a good body of work. And hey, man, if you didn't like the album, that's her loss. Until next time, it's the Voice of Noga podcast. We'll see you soon.
Yeah.